What do you think the package would take to get Anthony Davis? What would that look like?
It's hard to say just because you're dealing with almost an entirely clean slate in terms of the people who would be making that decision. It's no longer Magic Johnson dealing with Dell Demps. It's going to be Rob Pelinka dealing with David Griffin. And the Lakers package at the trade deadline was basically everything, including a season box to the Dodgers. Basically, it was Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, and 2 first-round picks. And those picks obviously were a bit of a mystery at the time, but now you know that one of those is a top 4 is the 4th pick in the draft. I don't know if it would take all of those guys like the Lakers tried to put out there in February. I think that situation was a little too maybe a little too hot to the touch to actually get a deal done. But now, obviously, David Griffin is assessing his situation. Obviously, his first priority is trying to keep Anthony Davis in New Orleans. He doesn't want any of those guys if he can avoid it. But if it does come to that, if you start talking about a package of Brandon Ingram, assuming Brandon Ingram's health is at a point where teams are comfortable taking him on, and I just don't know if that's the case yet, despite the positive reports we got on his blood clot, at the end of the season. But if you're talking Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and a 4th overall pick, I mean, the Lakers can't do better than that. And you're asking teams like the Knicks and Celtics to beat that package. I think that's hard to do. That's a pretty strong package. I mean, that's the Lakers trading basically their entire future for that second star.
My big concern, and I was told this last night, is by a source that the Pelicans just don't want to have the Lakers benefit and get Anthony Davis. And I said, even if that hurts the Pelicans, and he said, maybe. And that sounds strange to me that I know you don't want to see Anthony Davis more times if you send him in the West than the East, but man, that seems crazy. If I can get the best deal, I take the best deal and I move on. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think what we saw kind of the way, if it's the same as it was at the trade deadline, it felt like there was going to be a Lakers tax, basically, where if he was going to end up with the Lakers, it was going to have to be an even better deal than they would have to get from someone else. But you're theoretically you're dealing with half of a click more, where it's an additional player, an additional pick. I agree with you in theory, but I do think there is kind of an allergy around the league to the notion of clutch sports kind of being able to team up their superstars in one place. The way this all went down with Rich Paul trying to force this before the trade deadline. I think that this is a situation where a lot of people would like to see the small market team, be able to retain their superstar and succeed with him, and not let the big bad agent come in and make and dictate terms of the situation. But ultimately, I think New Orleans, when it actually comes to a situation where it has to make a deal, it did not have to make a decision in February. There was time. There still is time. But when it comes down to, you are either going to lose this guy for nothing, or you can restock with young talent. I think New Orleans is going to make whatever the best deal for its organization is. And David Griffin is the kind of executive who will understand that and will do that.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.